just give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share in your social media platform so that the YouTube will know that we are here. And today's video is just a quick video because since I woke up in the morning and since we saw that Austria has released the 2024 shortage list. So this is January. Many countries will still release their own, but Austria is number one, and they have just told us the people that they want. That's, shortage list is basically the people and the skills that they want. That's what it means, for a layman's term. So, many people are asking me how, you know, I don't want people that, when you know that maybe you studied for a long time, maybe you graduated like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and in that course that you studied, you've not really worked professionally, in that course. I will give you examples. Now, if you are telling them that you are a graduate and you are a literature, maybe linguistic, maybe something like that, in education, or you did education course, linguistic, and so on. Then you went to bank to work. This happens in Nigeria because I did engineering and I worked in Oceanic Bank. That's not where I'm supposed to be, basically. I'm supposed to be in a plant as someone that did chemical engineering and all that. So I was supposed to be in banking sector, but I found myself there. And this is Nigerian fact, and this is what most of you might have experienced. Is so, and you are telling them that you studied that your course, and you are telling them maybe you are a teacher. There is nothing bad in being a teacher, but with that your degree certificates, there's not any experience there to match the course that you studied. I have somebody that studied regional and urban planning, if I get it right, because I'm just putting application for him for masters in Finland. I think it's regional and urban and regional planning. You know where he has been working? Is hospital. I asked him, he said, don't I know Nigeria that somebody got the job for him? I said, what are you doing in the hospital? He said he's do tickets. It's a federal ministry hospital or something like that. He gives tickets for, I God, Nigeria. So this is not his specialty, but now he's switching to tech. So are we going to be applying for urban and regional planning in Austria with that certificate? Your guess as good as mine. Can we? You. If you own a company and someone like that studied this course 12 years ago came to apply in that, to become a regional and urban planning, will you take that person? No, let's be sincere. Will you take that person with the knowledge he has had in hospital giving tickets? Is that what he went to school to study? No, that's not what he went to school to study. But now, if as a human being and an adult, the thing that you will do for yourself this year, even if you don't earn money, is to develop a high demand, a skill that is in high demand with your certificate. You don't just sit in the hospital and giving tickets, and time is going, time is going, time is going, time is going, and you are 48. Time is going, and when you are 48, you start to wake up. No, I know life happened. Like I told you now, I studied engineering, but I worked in a bank. Do I sat there? I was there 18 months and I felt horrible. We will leave Zaria in Kaduna and we'll come to Kawa Market in Kaduna and be asking rich men to give up to, thank God, to deposit money. Is it all the thermodynamics, further mathematics I went to go and do? I ended up going about in people's office, asking them to come and open accounts. It's not what I studied, but I'm there just to be looking. And I spent 18 months and I move. It's a stepping stone. But I asked him, why did you spend 12 years giving tickets? No, we should stop this. If you are a young graduate, you might get that job, but be thinking, wear a thinking cap. That's not where you belong. That's not where you should end up. It is not even a place you should give 12 years of your lifetime. This life is once. Give it your best shots. I know life can happen. Life has happened to me. I shouldn't be doing all these things I'm doing, but life happened to me as well. Business partners, they all died. I found myself here, had depression, had eye surgeries. But I will never give up because life is happening to me. So don't come and give me an excuse that life happens. Life happened to me. It's still happening to me. But my dear, cry and dry your tears. Don't spend 12 years in a place where you know that there's no any headway. You just to waste your years. How much are they paying you? They are federal, it's a federal hospital, they are paying you 95,000. Is it what I know is a good salary? Somebody was telling me. I was chatting with somebody, said that they are paying her for something thousand, and is a state teacher or something like that. I said, and you've been there for 15 years. What are you sitting down there doing? It's not even a PGD that you did. You're trying to do with your NSC so that you can even get a master's, start planning to go into a higher job. That's what they call self-development. How do you do that? That's what we are talking today about Austria. I know you saw the banner thumbnail. I said I made money in Austria. Come and make with me. Now, come here. Let me teach you self-development. We are talking about self-development tonight because if most of you in WTP, if you have seen all the listed thing, you will see people that roof. They want roofers. They want butchers. The people that cut meat. They want them in Austria. Then the people plumber. They want them. And all that. But let me give you an example how to develop skills. In case you are from Nigeria, where we are at the mercy of bad leaders. Now, in fact, all the African countries, anybody from Africa watching me, we are at the mercy. It's not only Nigeria. Everybody from South Africa to Zambia to Zimbabwe, everywhere is messed up in Africa. That's why the young people are leaving African continent in droves. So it's not only Nigeria. I'm so sorry to Nigerians. It's not only us. Ghana, everywhere. I was watching CNN yesterday about CNN Money. They said Ghana inflated their reserve or something. So they are trying to experience. I said, Ghana, how can they inflate? But this happened. These are leaders, the kind of leaders we have. So now you have known that you have bad leaders, that things will not get better. Stop praying. I'm so sorry to the Christians and religious fanatics watching me. Stop praying. Prayers cannot solve this. What can solve your situation is self-development. You have to wake up where you fall and start moving. So how do you move? So I will now start telling you now. For instance, if you studied architecture, civil engineering, and all that, and you found yourself like this guy that did urban and regional planning, wasting almost 13 years in a hospital, giving tickets to people that are sick to see doctors. It's a federal state job. I know that everybody wants federal job, when I was back home. But no, that job would destroy you. It is not a good thing, but most of you, because your eyes have not opened. So you think it's something. If I'm in Nigeria, I wouldn't be, I prefer selling okrika, building my own business than doing that kind of shit. So now, let me tell you, you studied urban and regional planning. It has something to do with environmental development, and you'll be working with construction and all that because you are developing is urban. You are, planning urban urban area or cities. So what can you do? You have to go and learn skills that will get you out closer to where you belong to. That is why I like accountants, almost the accountants, people that studied accountants. And I've been seeing, and they are my clients. Have been getting. Sometimes I will tell them that I'm happy the way you people are doing it, because these accountants, they have switched to fintech, what we call financial technology, because they are trying to, get themselves acquainted with the changing technology, changing landscape. All the people that studied accountancy, I have been dealing with, like, every day I wake up, I normally have a consultation. I like them. They are the only Nigerians I see that think. I don't know why people that studied even nurses, if they didn't get anywhere to go to America or UK, they are stuck. No. If you study something like this urban and regional planning, I'm just giving an example. I'll give like three examples so that the graduate will get something I'm trying to say. What you can do is to go and learn plumbing. Because when urban and regional plumbing, when you learn plumbing, roofing, tiling, and all these things, you are getting yourself closer to where you belong. You are getting yourself to construction. And the same with people that studied civil engineering, quantity surveyor, what are they? Geography and meteorology. You are going towards the industry where you belong. Then people that studied food technology, food and science or food tech and all that, for you to get closer to food industry, why not do public health? Why not do butchery? Yes, the women are butchers here. Why not do butchery? Why not do start learning food technology in the regards to education? What do I mean by regards to education? Why not start training people on food safety? That's what if you are working here, I've done food safety when I was working in a care home. So you do food safety because if you are handling foods or you are touching foods, you have to know how to preserve how to refrigerate and how to store meats and all that. They are different. When you come to Europe, you will see that the temperatures differs to the food in question. Why not do those kind of things? Why not go into nutrition? This is your industry. Try to stay in your industry, except when you don't like it. You are free to change. But try, like me, there's nothing that will take me out of engineering or something technology. That's something business, manufacturing, touching, creating something, product innovation. Nothing will take me out of that. Even if when you pay me, because I don't want to go out of that my sector. Except when I did that is when I went to do banking in Nigeria. That's the only time, and when I came here, the first job I did was care home. You will start from ground zero. And when I had problem with childcare, I went back to, but that's because I'm a mother, I've got children. So I'm trying to manage my children. So in that regard, you might change to accommodate your children because as a mother, there will be a time your children become priority in your life. Nothing, even your own, you have to stay back and they stay in front. So as mothers, you can do that. But men, why would you waste 13 years doing ticketing? what happens to and Nigeria is so nice, and most African countries are so nice that learning this kind of work, plumbing, food technology, and all that, you don't spend a lot of money. So Austria said that they need many people. There are almost 120 professions or something, 110 or something, or thereabouts. I shared it this morning. Immediately it dropped in their website. I screenshot them and shared to you people. So you people can see the kind of jobs in demand in Austria. So how do you start from there? Now, when I say butcher, it's not those ones they cut with knife. You will see a market in Africa. That's not the way they do butchery here. Because I know what is coming. I've had 5 men coming to tell me boss that they know how to cut. It's not that. Ask anybody that's in Europe. That it's not that kind of butchery. Butchering, you have to know your food hygiene. You have to know data entry because you input data when you stored meat, when you do is technological advanced. But when I said you have to go to market and learn the basics, it's for you to be acquainted with touching meat and all that, so that it will be easy for you. So, how do you start from here? I'm talking of butchering because if you have stayed away from your career, I had a man that did anthropology. I've not even heard of that course before. He said it's what he studied, but it's like 20 years ago. Anthropology, I said what it is. He started explaining. Then I said, okay, I've not heard, this is the first time I'm hearing anthropology. Forgive me for people that studied it. So I said, okay, you studied this course and you went to go and be doing he said he's doing those people that clear goods in Lagos or something like that. I said, so do you still understand what you studied like 19 years ago? He said, no, I should not talk book, that he wants to go with skills. I said, okay, Oga, it's butchery. There are many roofers, tilers, and all that. So which one can you do? You have to go and read those things. If it has been a long time that you left school, you read them, you see the things that they need, then you pick the one you think you have talent for. Nobody will do that for you. Nobody will cherry pick and choose for you. So you choose one. When you choose that one, then you start to learn the skills while you are getting yourself acquainted with tech skills and all that, because there's nothing you will do. You see cleaners, they input data. Yes. A cleaner, if she cleans a room in a hotel in Europe, she will put it in the system. So the work, most people think is you dust something, you clean, and you go. Ordinary cleaning, they put data in the system. So for you to survive in this Europe or even get job, you need technical skill. Mhm. So Womiba is offering it. And if you check the description, you will see WTP link. If you want to join me, you can join me live. So when you get these skills, for people that did butchery, there's no any college, because they normally do it in vocational college like butchery. But there's no any school in Nigeria. I've asked many people, they said they have not even heard of it. So I think Nigeria don't teach butchery. But the way to maneuver this is this. You go and learn it maybe 1 month or 2 weeks if you are sharp. You will go to this man and tell them that you want to learn the cutting of the meat. You want to see how it is done and everything. And the goat parts and the cow parts, Because if you are sharp, you understand um uh, um um if you understand that you will 2 weeks is enough for you to learn it from this man if you are serious, then you will not come online and check butchery training, online training, because you have done the physical parts, you have known whatever, you will check online the course you can do online so that they can give you certificate when you finish that course. Immediately you finish it with your tech training, you will now start looking for butchery job in Austria. At least when somebody is interviewing you, you know what to answer because they will interview you about temperature, how to store the meat. Because in Nigeria, I've never seen a creative like the ones I see in Europe, how they store meat and how they pack it and the accurate temperatures and all that. I've not seen it since in Africa, anywhere in Africa, except I saw one thing in South Africa, but it's in a video because I've not been to South Africa. It's in a video I saw it. So South Africa, I think they have that kind of butchery setting. So you will be acquainted, even when somebody asks you in the interview, if they ask you about temperature, you can know what to do. Say, that's why you need that online butchery training so that you know the basics in Europe. Now, and after that, they will give you certificates. The online training will give you certificates. Then you will use it to start applying. You don't just tell them that you know how to cut meat. No, they don't do that kind of talk. And you have to show that you really know the kind of temperature to store, when to remove meat, when to put it back in, because sometimes when you remove meat from freezer, you don't put it back because they said the disinfection and the infection, blah, 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 blah. I don't know that, but this is what they are used to. So now, after that, you will now look for someone that give you references. References means that they have tried you with your skills and you are good, and they are vouching. They are now vouching that you are going to do that job excellently. So how do you get these references? I know that the men that train you inside the market will not give you because most of them are not educated. I know that. But then why don't you look for where you will do internship, like these big supermarkets that sell meat? Or because most part of Nigeria, or Africa have developed. Most of them are now having supermarkets that have a butchery section. So you might tell them that you have done online training that you want to do. So you find a manager there. After 1 month, tell him to draft a reference for you. That's all you need. Sometimes you use your sense to put all these things together. That's the thing that you can do for yourself. You use your brain to put things together for yourself. Then for people that studied civil engineering and all that, to stay in your industry, you can look into plumbing, roofing, um, um, tiling, and all that in your industry, so that even if when they ask you question, you know what to say because this is your industry. I have somebody that studied crop science and all that. Do you know what she has been doing for 18 years? She has been working in nursery school. No, you shouldn't be working in nursery school. Try to develop that your skill in your sector. When we say sector, like people that did not that studied nursing, radiographer, they are in healthcare sector. People that studied insurance, economics, and all that are in social science sector. People that studied engineering are in engineering sector. People that studied that's crop science, agri-economics, agri management, and all that, they are in agri sector. So find something in your sector so that you stay in your sector and build your career. Don't go and be teaching in nursery school, giving tickets. No, there are many opportunities for crop scientists. I don't know, in my old account in Facebook, I've done a lot of work in different sectors, sharing the ideas. My dear, if you check how many billions that they dump in agri sector in European Union for this last 3 years, you'll be shocked. Because how people choose the sector they want to be is the way the government is approaching or the way the government is managing that sector. For instance, tech sector, everybody knows that all the government in Western world are putting billions in robotics and all that. So people in that sector, they are the new king and queens. Now, people in the healthcare sector cannot go out, cannot experience shortage of funds because it has to do with health. Health number one. Health number one. Health number one. Health number one. Come rain, come sunshine, health is number one. So countries put billions in that sector. You can be shocked. Engineering is number three. Number two, you will be shocked, is agri sector. Because after health is food. Health and food go hand in hand, and weather and environment. So why are you leaving that sector? So I understand there's nothing for you, but instead of me to teach in primary school, I will go and teach agri science as a crop scientist. Make we they use our brain. Stay in your sector. If you have put 5 years, except when you don't like that course, except when you don't like it. If you don't like it, fine, because you have to follow your passion sometimes. You do things that will make your mind settled. Yes, there are people like that. I've seen somebody that studied medicine and surgery, worked in UK, went to Lagos to open bakery. Yeah, sometimes people do some profession to be happy. This is their passion. Parents might want them to study medicine or engineering. After that, they will now still, when they make money or after making their parents happy, they'll go to where they want to be. So stop leaving your sector. Assuming now you're teaching in secondary school, now you have seen that they need agri something. You're coming to tell me you've been teaching in nursery school. Why don't you even teach agri science in secondary school as crop scientist? Because you would have grown in that your sector. You can even start giving information online, blogging information online for farmers. But you can't do it now because you've been in secondary school teaching them ABCD 1 to 3 day in and day out for 18 years. Then when the list came out now, you've seen that agri scientists are in demand. You said, oh, this is what you studied. No, you have been away for 18 years. Things has changed. All those things that you studied in UNN, is now outdated. So this has been digitalized a bit. So you are far behind. But assuming you were in agri, teaching agri, you'll be reading textbooks. There will be new editions. You'll be updating yourself as you are doing lessons, new editions and everything. So look for your sector in that list. Look for something that is closer to your sector. Go and learn that skill. Don't leave your sector, because when you come here, you know why I don't want you to leave your sector with your certificate? When you come here with those skills, after some times, you will like to upgrade. And you want to use that your degree to get a degree job so that you can earn what you want. But now you can't earn it if you cannot modify things. Assuming like a plumber, if a civil engineer that cannot get a civil engineering job because it's competitive in Europe, and again, it has to do with color. So what can he do? When he goes to plumbing site and he will start networking. That's why staying in your sector or industry is best, because you will network. You will know who is who. When the person start doing a civil engineer start doing plumbing job, he will be going to site, he will be seeing this, he will be knowing people who and who in that sector, in that country. He will be listening, he will be hanging out to. So he is in his sector or she is in his sector. But when you leave your sector to come back, you don't even have the right information anymore. Do you know? I was talking to somebody, I was telling the person about Industry 4. This is something that has to do with engineering, innovation, and all that tech. The guy told me he doesn't understand what I'm saying. I said, Google. When he Googled, he was shocked because he has been in the bank. He studied engineering, mechanical engineering for that matter. He has been in the bank. It's not that you want to start coming abroad. It's not want to use. I said, look, you don't even know what is going on. So how do you come here with engineering certificates? You can't. You don't know what is going on. That's even Industry 5 will come out because you don't have the information. You only have now information about who and who has major shares in your bank and all that and all that. It doesn't work here. Bankers even here, all those tellers, they even earn minimum wage here because now machines does everything. Machines does everything in the bank. If you go to the bank, my local bank in this Cambridgeshire, is only two people that you will see there. Yes, when I came to this place, it's normally full with staff, workers. But today, it's only two people because machine do everything. You speak to machine, machine will be giving you money, will be charging. Machine does everything. So if you are in a sector like banking that machines will eat your job, start thinking, what can you do? What tech skills can you do? Because everybody's pumping money in tech. And tech is eating jobs and will continue to eat jobs. You know why? It makes the job less human inputs. Any job tech comes in, tech just remove humans from the job. That's how we are at the moment. This is where we are. We are the generation that tech is taking our jobs. And how can we get? That's why tech cannot take the jobs of civil engineer because a computer cannot go and be putting roof on top of the building. There are jobs tech will still not eat, but they are small. So you have to start thinking before you can apply. Make sure you have had training to face interview in your career. If you are in doubt, you go online, Udemy, Skillshare, Allison, you go there and check whether there's a course that you can do so that it can open your eyes a bit, bring you with speed to where we are at the moment. That's what you can do for yourself at the moment. You don't stay one place and be looking for who will promote you. Nobody will promote you. You have to make some effort by yourself. If you cannot make effort by yourself, then I don't know. Sometimes you have to wake up, tell yourself the truth. You wake up. This job am I is a federal job. Yes, they are paying me 120,000, 200,000. Is this money I want to retire with? So when you answer, you start knowing what to do. If you have not found answer to that question, then you can stay there. But the day you find answers to your question, then it starts looking at ways to ameliorate, or which English, which were ameliorate. Forgive me, my accent. My R and R accent is normally in the way. So I don't know what else to tell you people, but the tech training we have is to bring you up to speed to where your eyes will open so that when you are in Google trying to develop the skill you study in your university, the tech will not be in your way. If tech has eaten your job, then look other ways. Look other ways. There will be always a way out. I'm telling you, there will always a way out. So don't give yourself excuse. Help yourself. Don't accept any excuse from yourself. Everybody is going through something, even me. I lost 5 family members within 3 years. So I've gone through a lot. I've had 3 surgeries. So everybody is going through a lot. We have to move on. We don't have to stay one place and stay stagnant. Everybody is going through a lot. So don't give me an excuse that you are stuck here. Everybody, just where you fall. When I went back to do care work, I left a corporate job to go and do care work. Somebody asked me, I cannot do it. She's my friend. She's my age mate, but she has not had baby. She told me, no, it's not time. All these people, I can't do it. I can't leave this my job. I say I'm taking care of babies. But one day she will realize that there are things that are important than corporate work. For me at this moment, the children are important. So you have to manage them. So wherever what is obstructing you, try to be developing yourself, even when the obstruction is in your front. Internet made it easy at the moment for everyone, and you are not exception. I know you will ask me or you will tell me that all these jobs that you're doing, that is what is keeping um, food on your table. I appreciate that. I know that. But you can do it 1 year, 2 years. Then you start thinking, but not doing it 18 years, 12 years. You're not serious. You can do it 2 years. It's a step, it's a seed. Let me just tell you, your salary, all those your salary, 20,000 salary is still okay. It's a seed. And that place you are is for you to network. I'm not going to business side now. And I just don't want to go. I want to stay in this Austria this thing. But let me just divert a bit. Yeah, you become a family person. You need to provide for your family. You need to support your husband or your wife to provide for your family, whatsoever. Fine at that. And you need to keep that your job. While you are keeping that your job, what can you do? You don't do that job 24 hours in a day times 7 days and times 360 something days in a year. You don't do that job. What can you do on weekend? If I'm in Nigeria, I found myself teaching in a nursery school. I might do it 2 years, save money. And as a crop scientist, I will stay in that job and start looking to teach agric science. I want to be in my industry. I will go and be teaching agric science, reading books, trying to help farmers in my local area. Then go into food supply. This is my areas, trying to dry food, trying to look at in that my field, in that my sector, what can I do with it? I know you people don't know I do some chemical business. You can see I do I do my own business. I, I play with chemical as a chemical engineer. Although I did manufacturing finance, I later studied manufacturing finance and engineering management. But I'm still in my gear. I'm still learning how to play with chemical because that's my background, manufacture. Yeah, but I know I did finance, majored in finance, but I'm still doing it. I'm still doing something related to that. You understand? Try, don't throw away in your this thing. Although people will ask me, Agric, will you give me money? Do you know who are the billionaires in US? They are agric scientists, they're not doctors. Go and ask, go and verify, go and take census. It's just that Nigeria, we bastardize something. We have bastardized, we call people ordinary farmer. Yes, that's what people normally, we have like plumbing job. Do we respect plumbers back home? We don't. That's the truth. I'm going to be honest here. We don't. Even roofers, we don't respect them. But when we come here, we see that they are earning 70,000 euros. Yeah, people want to date plumbers here. But back home, who would date plumbers? You see, I know that kind of thing. We don't even regard plumbers back home. I was telling my white friend, I said, she told me that her husband is a plumber. I said, back home, come and tell a Nigerian girl that your husband is a plumber. The person will laugh. Yeah, but they live in mansion because the husband owned a plumbing firm. You know what that means? It's money. No doctor go near that one. But back home, we don't respect plumbers. I keep on telling guys here, I said back home, and they agree with me. I said that when they come here, they were shocked. There are professions back home we don't respect. Even nurses, we don't respect them back home. Ordinary nurse, that nurse. There's a way in Nigeria we bastardize professions. Okay, now, butchering. Butchers earn more than, but if we go to market without, even a butcher tell you hello, you will look at the person from head to toe. But when a butcher tell you hello here, you will be running to him. I think we back home, there are things we did in our psychic that we need to start changing, because the world is moving on. The world is not stagnant. Even drivers, do we respect drivers back home? We don't. So, whatever you do, try not to stay away from your profession, because after like 10 years, you're bringing that certificate and you don't know what is happening in your sector. It doesn't, I don't know how to say it. It doesn't even, I don't know. I don't know the word. I just don't want to talk down on anything. But just realize at some time that when you stray away from your career, you have to be looking at the future. You have to tell yourself, okay, 18 years if you're teaching in that school. So have you asked yourself, 20 my future, is this the salary I want to retire with? So if you have gone to WTP, you have asked all these questions, you go to WTP, you look at that list, you find a skill closer to your profession, then come online after you have done your tech training, come online to see the skill that align with your industry. I've given you many examples now. Like someone that studies civil engineering, you can start thinking of plumbing, roofing, tiling, and messing. That's your field, that's your sector, because it's still do with building and all that. Then people that did social science, economics, and all that, even if you don't get the right job, go to secondary school, start teaching economics. So you even know the basics. You understand? You will not stay away, so that you can even come here and teach economics, because it's better than going away, staying in the nursery or giving tickets in the hospital. Ticketing. Let me be honest. You see, a job that can be replaced easily is not a job you should give 5 years, more than 5 years. What do I mean by this? You see, a job that the worker can be replaced in a day. Giving someone tickets, you can replace that in 3 hours. that job is meaningless. Any job that can be replaced easily is meaningless. Mark it now. So go and search yourself. Ask yourself, this is my job I'm doing. Can I be replaced? If you can be replaced easily, it's useless, and don't give it more than 5 years. It can be your ladder. Stay there, make the money, and use that money to train yourself to go out of it. Any job, let me tell you, in this Europe, you can't replace a plumber easily. Yes, it's not a skill that everybody do. You can't replace. That's why they are paid well. You can't replace a butcher easily. You can't. Then mason. You can't replace a mason easily in Europe. How many people have the skill? Then roofer. You can't replace a roofer easily in Europe. Once that job can be replaced in a day, cleaning, care work, nobody will pay you anything because you will be replaced. Caring for people, changing poo, cleaning poo. I did it. Everybody that came to Europe used it as a stepping stone. But what betide you, you give it more than 5 years, you are done. You cannot, any job that you can be replaced. If you are in any job, sit down in your home tonight and ask yourself, can I be replaced easily? If the answer is yes, run. That's all I can say. Go to that list, find what you can do. Start when you finish that work you are doing today. Go and be learning that skill. Move away from any job that can be replaced if you are a graduate, or even if you're not a graduate, but you want to help yourself. Any job that can be replaced easily is meaningless in Europe. They pay the minimum wage. Have you heard of the word minimum wage? You will be in the bottom ladder. Any job that can be replaced easily is gone. Nobody will pay you meaningful wage. If you can be replaced easily, that's why plumber, they will advertise plumber for 1 year. It's only 2 people might apply. Yes, because it can be replaced. That's why many Africans now are going to do plumber back home. Many people in UK are going back home because they can't even train here. It's expensive to train here. So that's why I'm telling you, people coming. I've done that video more than 5 times. Go and learn a skill that cannot be replaced easily in Europe. They will pay you more money. They pay butcher more than nurses. Because how many people know how to cut meat, refrigerate it, and all that to use heavy equipment to cut cow? Have you seen them cut cow the way we cut? No, it's heavy equipment, operate it. So that is why you need tech skills. Any job that can be replaced easily. If you are teaching in school, they can be replaced you. Your proprietor will wake up and fire you, fire everybody. Tomorrow, he or she has staff. Yes. If you can be replaced, that's why when you people say I'm working and they're paying me 200,000, 500,000, I laugh in Swahili. Because most of you have not done career courses. So that is why most of you open your mouths and you talk anyhow. And that's okay. And I wouldn't say that for federal job and state job because they are more secured, but the pay is rubbish. But if you're working in a place where you can be replaced, have you seen any bank close down when they sack like 200 people? Have you seen any bank close down? Your guess is as good as mine. No bank will shut down. Instead, that they will load more money in their box so that you go there and queue and collect money and tell you to come back, book appointments to come and see. So they will put one person for 1 week. Yeah, because you can be replaced. You're giving ticket or your cashier, you can be replaced. Machine will even replace you forever. But the skills that they will not, nobody will replace, no machine will replace butchery. No machine will do plumbing job. You see? So they cannot be replaced easily. No machine will do a surgeon job. That is why they are highly paid. No machine will replace engineers. That is why they are highly paid. But if you can be replaced easily, they will pay you minimum wage because it's soldier could go, soldier come job. That's what we call them when we are in Kaduna. Even we call ourselves, then we are bankers. They will say, later I was in processing unit. Then I went to marketing unit. We call that job then in Kaduna, soldier go, soldier come job. Because if you don't meet target, they will sack you and bring somebody that will even meet the target in a week. Yes, there are people that meet even 1 billion in a week. You don't know. There are girls then I work that are meeting 200 million in a day. Yes, and I was struggling with 50 million. Yeah, I know I can be replaced. What did I do? I didn't sit down there. 18 months, I started looking for scholarship to disappear, and I disappeared. If you can replace easily all my mates that were in that Oshoni bank, later we became a co-bank, if you can remember. They are already sacked. Even Bayo, that was our regional manager, he has been sacked. Bayo is here. So it's people that sit comfortable in a place where they know they can be replaced. So why are you comfortable there? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why am I comfortable here if I know that I can be replaced? And I'll be working in eggshell. Why am I there? I'm not telling you to leave jobs. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to tell you to use your number 6. Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to tell you. But remember, if you're coming to here, EU, don't look at care job. I don't talk of care job. I've done it. Don't look at care job. Care job, you can be replaced. There's not any respect for people that do it, except they will meet their respect in heaven. They pay the minimum wage. They are in the bottom ladder, cleaning and all that, because you can be replaced easily. You can even be replaced 1 hour. They call agency will bring somebody. They call a plumber will not show up after some days. If they show up, they will charge you 70 or 100 pounds, which is around 100 and something thousand to come at 45 minutes job is what I'm telling you. Mhm. You can't replace a plumber easily. You can't replace a butcher easily. You can't replace a food scientist easily. You can't replace a public health officer easily. You can't. So start thinking. And I will not tell you to leave your job, but go to WTP. You will see all the things that Australians said that they need in 2024. Try to read it from A to Z. I know you people don't really read. Yes, that's why you will watch video and you will stay come and I will write it in the screen and you will stay come and ask me that question. No. Try to read it and you will find a skill that are aligned in your sector. You try to do it. That's the way it's done. Nothing else. That's the way it's done. Self-development is not something that you wake up, you do, and you get results. No. Maybe sometimes it will take 2 years. Sometimes it will take 5 years. Sometimes if you are a woman, like you are a childbearing age, and it's not only about bearing child, you have to nurture them, you have to train them. So sometimes it takes longer if you don't have support system, like people like us that don't have mother that we can bring here and sit down so that we can go and build our corporate career. So sometimes it takes longer, but I want you to stay in the lane, stay in the lane. You will not be moving fast, but at least you are staying in the lane and you are moving gradually. Maybe when you finish raising your children, then you can move with speed. But stay in your lane. Go and read those things in this thing. AUSTRIA will pay you, will support you to come. They will pay you. Yes. They will pay you to come. If you are younger, it's a hot cake for you because you will get 15 points easily in Austria. Everybody, I've explained that, and I've given you all the information about how to read your points in Austria migration. So go to WTP, you will see it there. That is in the pinned section. I have explained. Anybody that is in WTP watching me will know what I'm saying. I've done the pinpoint. So if you are under 30, you are lucky, and you are the hot cake of Europe now, because they are giving you points. They want you people young and all that. They don't really like old people like us anymore. I don't know. So if you are under 30, you can apply straight away, apply for a job and all that straight away. You will get it. So it is not for people that are young. Please, if you are watching me newly, can you just give me a subscription, and can you give me a thumbs up? It's only 5 people that are, that have given me a thumbs up. It's not fair. What did I do wrong? Am I talking down on your career? I didn't do anything wrong. Can you just give me a thumbs up, please? And we'll be ending this video soon, shortly. Let me read question. You can join me live if you want to join me and ask me. Josh K. Let me read. Josh K. have something here. What of those that went to apply for mechanical engineering and the school offered them estate management, and with childish mentality, he or she accepts to go all because it's higher institution? I don't know what to say in this one because I'm not the higher institution. I don't know. Estate management. What can estate management do? Urban and regional planning. I think they are still in the same category with urban and regional planning and all that. And estate facility management. Can you check Josh K? Can you check online in Austria, estate facility manager's job? Can you check and see what you can come up with? Maybe you can come up with something. But if you want to, you can switch career depending on your age. If you are still young, then you can switch career. But if you're already 50, 45, 50, it's so difficult to switch. But it's not like it cannot be done. It can be done. But you have to be consistent now, and you have to give it all your shots. So Olayinka Badamosi, thank you for giving me thumbs up. And please go to WTP and see the 100 and something skill sets that they want. And Josh K, if you go there, can you check something in estate management, or you want to switch? So decide what you want to do. If you don't really like estate management, you can decide what you want to do. I understand what you are trying to say. But at this minute, the damage has already been done. So what you will be looking at is solution. I don't like wasting time in past tense, because it will take you long, long, long time to solve the problem. So because once you continue talking about past, if you applied for mechanical engineering and they gave you estate management, what you can do now is to decide whether you want to switch career. If you want to switch and you are young, then it's best. But if you are now above close clocking 50, remember some countries start retiring in 60 years, 63, 65. So these are all the things that you have to be putting. But I would suggest, if you still want to give it a shot and you are under 50, you can still go on, because if you really do what you are doing well, you can become a consultant. Even at your retirement age, you can use your experience and build your retirement consultancy firm. That's what you can be looking at. So, but sometimes don't dwell on past tense. And if you are joining us now, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you just click subscription button and leave your notification button on? I have talked a lot about how you can develop yourself, and I have given many scenarios, and I have made you aware why you need to stay in your industry, even if in the lower level, because of future, except you don't really like what you studied in school, or what you are doing currently. So it's up to you. It's your choice, and you are allowed to make that choice, and you are allowed to follow your heart and your passion. So it's up to you. It's not up to what I'm saying. It's up to you, you know. So can you just subscribe, please? And I'll be leaving here if you don't really have any other questions. I've answered all the questions here. I can see here. And I wish you good luck in your application. And if you have any question, I'll be going to do the list in WTP tonight, and I will be there till around 1 a.m. today. So I will see you people there. If you have any question there, you can ask. I'm still there. So thank you so much for staying with me, and God bless you. And I hope to see you. Don't leave without subscribing and without giving us a thumbs up. So I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. God bless you. Bye bye.